What's up, Leo? Uh, so, what we're gonna do here is just a description or a card descriptor for. We're gonna be reading straight from Adriana Ayala's first, and this is from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck, and then we'll go into the reading after such. And this particular card is Lavender with the subtext of Weaver. And the description is Weaver of potential, new beginnings, intuitive intellect, contemplative phase, emotional fulfillment, walking in alignment. And lavender has been documented for well over 2,500 years. Its name is derived from the Latin verb lavare, which means to wash. In ancient Egypt, lavender was used for cleansing, perfumery, embalming, mummification. It was used to cleanse the body and energetically to cleanse the spirit. In Tutankhamun's tomb, jars of healing salves were found containing lavender and other herbs like blue lotus. These sacred unguents were used by royal families and high priestess as perfume and healing oils. Ancient Greeks and Romans learned much from Egyptians regarding the healing powers of perfumes, medicinal scents, and Greek physicians recommended that the breast be anointed in lavender oil, as it was said to be the seat of the heart. Dioscorides, a Greek military physician, noted that lavender was a great medicine used internally to relieve headaches, indigestion, menstrual cramps, upset stomach, and sore throats. Externally, it was used as an antiseptic to assist with burns or treat skin ailments. During medieval times and the Renaissance, women would often massage their breasts with lavender to alleviate pain and increase breast milk. It was also used as a medicinal perfume and topically to ward off infection and heal wounds. Medicinally, lavender is a nervous system relaxant that can assist in calming, induce sleep, improve memory, relieve pain, boost the mood, and the mere inhalation of it stimulates the mental processes, focuses energy, brings about lucidity, alleviates stress, improves memory. And lavender is said to be ruled by the constellation Virgo and the planet Mercury, the messenger, the connector, and communicator. Mercury represents the bright intelligence and all matters involving the mind, conscious perception, the mind and conscious perception. Lavender embodies Mercury's energy as it opens the mental channels, fine-tunes and refines mental processes, and liberates communication and comprehension. Lavender is much like the medicine of the spider, a master communicator that organizes, refines, and systemizes many elements in life. Lavender's medicine provides us with the power of discipline and focused energy. Key elements to enable aligned manifestation. I'm going to read that one more time. Lavender's medicine provides us with the power of discipline, focused energy, and Lavender's medicine provides us with the power of discipline and focused energy. Key elements to enable aligned manifestation. Spider is here today to remind you that when you're not communicating from a higher alignment, we quickly become entangled, overly critical, and even block the flow of creativity and healing communication. Connect to the energy of the spiral to journey deep into your shadows and allow this self-organizing system to facilitate higher alignment of your foundation when needed. Use the gifts of communication such as music, poetry, art, and dance to nurture creativity as you weave your life. For a few things. One, I don't know why I got hooked on that one sentence that kind of got me. First, the idea of lavender, the first thing that really came to me was when it comes down to Leo, the concept of uh, essentially lavender having benefits in both I would say the 3D, the common 3D or institutional intelligence, as well as extending beyond that, right? And that being, of course, noted and or more so well understood and respected in ancient Egypt and of course like ancient cultures and things of that nature. But I think today we need this understanding. I think for particularly Leo, right? The idea of what you do. Uh, there's a stigma involved with Leos, right? The idea of like, at least I notice this more so with male Leos for some reason. They have a stigma of like, oh, we're like really like proudful and we're really like showy and show offish or whatever. And that's whatever. I don't quite agree with that. I've definitely seen other aspects of it stick out, and we'll talk about that probably a little bit later. But the concept here is that when you're when you do things, when you provide space for people, when you facilitate like particularly like fun and enjoyment, right? These are Leo themes for those who don't know, like fun and enjoyment, going out. That idea of what it does to the brain, what it does to a person's ability in the world in terms of how it stretches beyond the here and now. That's something that we may not have an understanding of, but you may have an impulse to get out there one yourself, which is extremely important. If you're not out there, if you can't point to some element of your life that you enjoy on a regular basis, that's worrisome already. You should definitely look for that. In terms of the outlet for Leo, right? Like the idea of like sitting inside and being depressed for that particular Leo energy signature. There's something definitely like you should treat that like it's being prescribed to you. Like, I'm not a real medical professional, but I definitely think that you need to treat it as it has been prescribed to you. But the idea here is you may also see that for other people. You may see like, oh, okay, well, let me try to do this and do that and, make this work for this person, and don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged from, if someone says no, of course it's whatever, but follow your guidance with that. Like follow that, that gut instinct, right? Like you want to help someone when you feel like somebody maybe needs this, and you may be viewed as annoying for for a second, but you may have to do that. You may have to be that annoying friend for a little bit, and you'll have to carry that real understanding of what this does and how this could potentially reach far beyond, right? I think we also need to understand that this idea of Leo, another thing that's very important for us to really come to terms with is it's associated with the ego and things of that nature. Because, and when I say the ego, I'm talking about kind of like the more malefic understanding that people have about ego, right? But there's a very much a healthy and a needed understanding with the idea of ego in general, right? Like you have to understand that you can that association is due to Leo's relationship with the spotlight, right? The idea of being comfortable in the spotlight for one, but also this more really something that could be, or that's usually not as well understood, is the spotlight that you can really shine onto others, and what you can really see when it comes down to the spotlight that you can put onto other people, right? And the spectrum of vibration that you can see these people shining, right? Or you can see that maybe they need help in having that understanding, holding that understanding, being able to simply bring it out. Like, I'll give you an example. For one, like, there was a there was a manager, particularly at one of these coffee shops that I went to, and I knew the person. I knew the person was a Leo, and we talked a little bit about it. But that person sat down and they were interviewing someone else, and I seen in that particular moment that it was. I'm not sure if it was I think it was a review. It wasn't an interview. It was a review, but the way that person sat the the younger person down, or the employee down, and told them exactly how to really extract their real value, right? It was a man that was the head guy, but he shined a light on people. He shined a light on that person, and really reflected back their potential to them. And that right there was something that, like I said, our current institutional intelligence or operational intelligence, they may not have that. They may not have that understanding, but you may very well be in connection with it. You may very well need to use it at some point, and I highly recommend that you do use it. And even if it does mean you got to be annoying for a second, like, just be able to use it. Be able to. And that's going to be out. If anything, I will hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you next week.